Seth Rollins was on Broken Skull Sessions, and he was talking about how after that 2019 Hell in a Cell match with Bray Wyatt, we all know the one where the lights were turned red. They were basically off. You couldn't see anything. And then we had that really weird ending where there was a disqualification in the Hell in a Cell match. So Rollins was on Broken Skull Sessions, and he said the following, quote, "My vision for the match was going to be a lot different than what we had to go out there and do. We went out there and did what we were told to do to the best of our ability. Obviously, as it was ongoing, I felt you watch it back, it's booze piled up on booze, piled up on booze. And at the end of it, the reaction was the audience didn't get the result they wanted. That's really tough to pull up. This is a really tough pill to swallow." He also goes on to say that things happen for a reason. They happen the way they're supposed to happen. It was what it was. But here we are. Where we are now doesn't exist without that match. I'm putting a positive spin on it. I came, and then he goes on to say this. This is the most shocking thing, or what some people are shocked by. I'm not really shocked by it. "I came through the curtain, and I was ready to strangle Vince McMahon." He also goes on to say that apparently T.J. Wilson Tyson Kidd had to hold him back because he was just staring a hole through Vince. He was pissed when he came back through the curtain. So again, I think this is kind of showing us different side of things, because you don't really hear people in WWE kind of criticize recent storyline debacles like this one was to this extent. So what do you think about Seth Rollins coming out and criticizing this match that happened fairly recently and that we all know was terrible?
Good on him, though. I mean, like, because you would think you wouldn't really talk about it, but good on him to be able to be honest about it, and and just come out and talk about something that could have ruined his career. This was bad. This was pretty fucking bad. I mean, like, this is quite possibly one of the worst matches I've seen in a long time, and like, I can understand his frustration. Like, it's like anything. If you have a vision for it, and it's pretty much like thrown aside, and you're like, and your vision is like replaced for this bargain basement vision, like, you're like, this match could have been so much better. It could have been something more, and then you turn my vision into this. Like, you took filet mignon and made fucking hot dogs and beans out of it.
You took filet mignon and you put out the free menu at Dewdrop on Mondays. That's what they did. That's what they did.
And you took a giant shit on the plate and said, "Hey, here's a go." Like, but yeah, I can completely understand his frustrations. To be honest with you, I'm not really shocked by it. Through the years, you've heard so many stories about some of the wrestlers almost whooping Vince's ass. I'm used to it at this point.
Look, I mean, Seth Rollins was not the only person who wanted to strangle Vince. I think there were a lot of fans who probably would say the same thing after that. I mean, he was right to be frustrated and angry with Vince McMahon, because at the end of the day, he's the person who signs off on these things. And you kind of knew if that was what the finish was going in, you kind of knew that's how it was going to be bad. And apparently Vince was backstage laughing afterwards, because he was just, and it was like one of those things where he was like, haha, well, it happens, pal. And he was laughing about it. So if I'm Seth Rollins, I'm coming through the curtain, I see that, I'm of course I'm going to be pissed especially after I just got booed out of the building in the main event of a Hell in a Cell match. So knowing that, and knowing that at that point, dude, any chance of him having a face run at that point was just shot. He had to be healed. He had to be healed, and it was a blessing in disguise in a certain way, but it shouldn't have happened to begin with. We don't need bad stuff in wrestling. It doesn't need to happen. But I'll say this: what is shocking to me is the fact that Seth Rollins is one of the most like WWE friendly, like company friendly guys that WWE has, and he's taken shots at other companies. He's known to not criticize WWE very outwardly, and he said that he has a few years left on his contract. So this isn't one of those things where Seth Rollins is leaving WWE. That's not what's happening here. It's one of those things. He's just talking to Austin, venting his frustrations a little bit, telling the truth. And it was surprising, though, to hear him be that candid, in my opinion.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But, I mean, that's one thing he's always been, is honest. He's always been honest. Even in his days in ROH, he's always been honest.
Oh yeah, he's always been honest, especially when he's telling Will Ospreay, "I have more money in my bank account than you'll ever have." Like that, like doing dirtbag stuff like that. Yeah. He's really honest about it.
Dirtbag shit.
It's just like, you broke indie darling. Like that was you.
I didn't say
like,
he was nice. I said he was honest.
oh, hey, Tyler Black, that was you like 3 years ago. Come on now, Tyler. T-Mart.
Come on, Tyler.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, Rollins, good on him. Sure, why not? Why the hell not? Anyway, anything else? I'll say this: was the Finn Balor ending, the Extreme Rules 2021 ending, worse in your opinion, or just as bad, or which one was better or worse?
So here's the thing: not taking anything away from Seth Rollins or Bray Wyatt. I just didn't think that match was as good as the Finn and Roman Reigns match.
Oh, because at least the Finn and Roman Reigns match had the lights on for the first 15 minutes.
I mean,
I'm sorry. I'll let you finish. But the aesthetics.
Please, go ahead. Yeah, please.
You dim the lights for the crowd so there's no residual lights. You put a very dark, bright red light in, and all we're seeing at home, especially, is a very bright red cage.
You couldn't see.
You had those two. You couldn't see anything. You were disillusioned, man. Or whatever. It was.
Because I didn't know what was going on for a long time. I didn't know if they were even had started the match. Honestly, if you pay attention to the commentary, you can tell. Other than that, you can't tell in a way.
I was watching that and I thought it was like another Beware a Dog thing where the lights went out and that's all they could do.
Right.
I thought the lights went out and then they're like, oh, I guess this is what the Fiend.
Beware a Dog. That shit sure did happen at that pay-per-view.
Yeah, man. The Beware a Dog. Beware of Vince, man. Beware of Vince and his shitty booking, please. Beware of it.
But no, I don't think Finn Balor was as bad as that. I don't. No, only because the match was better.
Oh, match was much better, and there was some. At least there was a little bit of it made a little bit of sense if Finn had won. It makes no sense that he didn't. But
we talked about this. I told you that we both said it made no sense. You're bringing the demon back to lose. That's stupid.
Thanks for watching this video from Real Take Sports Talk. Remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever a new video is released. Also, remember to check out our live show every single Thursday at 8 p.m. right here on the YouTube channel. And remember, keep it real.